Hello there. Thanks for tuning into my presentation that investigates experiences of low-income women around crowd work. My name is Rama, and I'm here to present our work on behalf of Divya Siddarth, Vivek Seshadri, and Kalika Bali from Microsoft Research, and Aditya Vashistha from Cornell University. Women in low income communities all around the world, especially in Global South, face endless challenges that limit their employment opportunities and participation in paid work. The onset of pandemic has only worsened this condition, contributing to a huge drop in female workforce participation by as much as 21%. In this backdrop, mobile crowd work has been seen as a lucrative solution to reduce some of these challenges that limit women from taking up full-time work. Mobile crowd work is a special type of crowd work that leverages smartphones to deliver microtasks, making it more flexible option compared to traditional crowd work. Despite these potential opportunities, there is limited understanding of how such crowd work platforms can impact both women's work and personal lives that are rooted in patriarchal hegemony. To fill this gap, we engaged with women from low income communities who took up crowd work for the first time and investigated their lived experiences as mobile crowd workers. In particular, we tried to understand their motivation to take up crowd work, their day to day engagement, and the overall impact of earning in their professional and personal lives through such work. In order to answer our research objective, we partnered with Microsoft Research, who deployed their mobile crowdwork platform called Karya in 5 different districts of India. Requesters on Karya platform can post microtasks that require text to audio conversion for their speech data models. Once the microtasks are allocated to the crowd workers, they view the text snippets one by one and record by speaking out aloud in this phone. We conducted a qualitative study with women crowd workers in different phases of their work stint on Karya and compared them against the experiences of men. You can find detailed description of our methods and analysis of our paper. Our resultant study makes 3 main contributions. In the interest of time, I'm going to briefly touch on each one of them. While financial aspiration and resultant autonomy was an apparent motivation for women, there were 2 more powerful factors that encouraged them to take up crowd work on Karya. First, women developed an expectation that their voice recordings as part of their microtasks will be heard by the community at large when they use their own phones and laptops. This is because the staff members who introduced Karya use the analogy of Google Translate or Google Assistant to help women workers understand the motivation for recording microtasks and how their work will be used in the future down the line. This mental model that their work will be visible to other members greatly drove their motivation to take up crowd work. Several women were also motivated to take up crowd work as they anticipated that their recording sentences could cater to their professional development and in turn contribute to better standing in their community. For example, an undergraduate student shared how her speech dialect gave away her social identity and consequently was looked down upon her teachers and peers. Her motivation to take up crowd work was to improve how she pronounced certain words in her dialect by recording these sentences on crowd work platform. Interestingly, men did not demonstrate such diversity in their motivations. Financial incentives from the crowd work was the only motivation that drove all the men to try crowd work. Despite demonstrating multiple motivations and deciding that crowd work is an opportunity worth pursuing, women had an additional burden of seeking formal approval by proving the legitimacy of crowd work to their families. Majority of the women did not get an easy approval to become crowd workers. Such women resorted to either hiding their work stint or lying about the nature of the work they were doing to make it look less important. Hiding and lying about their work meant that their professional career became invisible in multiple ways. In order to hide their work and coexist with their patriarchal families, women often worked secretly from their rooftops, restrooms, or in their bedroom, completely hiding their work, contributing to further suspicion among family members. On other occasions, women tried to hide those parts of their work that made it look more official and important, such as earnings. Instead, they provided bank accounts of their confidants to showcase crowd work as a mere learning and entertainment task than a professional job. However, such portrayals were further reduced. However, such portrayals further reduced visibility of their work itself. Finally, the work produced by the women was also hidden by community at large because contrary to workers' expectations, their final recordings became de-identified speech data sets. Despite these challenges, earning income through Karya while sitting at home gave women a newfound sense of confidence. This was reflected in completion rates, wherein 64% of workers completed the entire work as opposed to only 48% of the men. The work quality was also significantly better, giving them 18% better earnings than men. However, the new confidence and the agency also encourage women to seek and engage with unsafe work opportunities on external platforms such as Facebook, Telegram, and WhatsApp groups in anticipation of professional growth. In order to envision reimagine crowdwork platforms that are more inclusive towards the priorities and challenges of women, our work proposes different design recommendations. One such recommendation is leveraging high trust networks that women developed in layers over a period of their stint. This is shown in the purple on right. High trust networks allowed them to continue the work despite encountering more challenges than men, both on professional front as well as personal front. Men, on the contrary, established weaker trust networks, shown on the left in blue, contributing to more dropouts than women. Using high trust networks as a foundation framework, we showcase community driven adoption techniques that can improve and provide better support and solidarity to women who engage in crowd work. To know more about our design recommendations and findings, we invite you to read our paper online. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope to see you in Kai.